we're doing another tarot card. And it's the Seven of Swords. This is the Seven of Swords in the Farber Zerner deck, if you're interested. So the overall theme of the Seven of Swords is opposition. So if this card is representing you, that means there's some kind of opposition that is created in your life, or that is an obstacle in your current life. But guess what? More than likely it's self-created. Your negative habits could be what's driving this opposition and what's fueling it, because you are in this battle of opposition, and if you are fueling it, you're not really helping it. So you need to reevaluate the situation on what your involvement is and what's driving you in the situation, and removing those negative behaviors. If this is what's surrounding you, this means there's opposition happening around you, and you may have to reevaluate what your purpose is, what your actual goal is, to realign what you're trying to achieve. Once you kind of realign what you're trying to achieve, that opposition may dissipate. If this is what's blocking you, that means there's opposition obviously ahead of you, and a lot of times this ends up being gossiping, doing things behind people's back and stuff like that, that is manifesting and drawing that opposition to yourself. So you need to reevaluate, again, what you're doing to mitigate any kind of deceit that is bringing you down. If this is your foundation, it may mean that you are one that can overcome opposition, that can break up those situations, think them through logically, remove the negative aspects or remove the negative blockages to get through and past those oppositions from happening. If this is what is behind you, that means those oppositions that were blocking you is now in the past. You've changed yourself, you've changed your negative aspects, your negative behaviors, and you have grown past that. That means you are no longer being affected in the present by those past oppositions. If this is what crowns you or what's before you, it actually means that those oppositions are not going to be as bad of an aspect. It's something that you can work through. It's something that you can think through logically, think through rationally, and through them easier than you may have in the past. If this is your persona, it may actually be a wink to you that you are creating all of these oppositions yourself. Usually it's driven by negative behaviors, negative actions, like the gossiping, talking behind people's backs, trying to trick them, all that kind of stuff is going to lead to oppositions that are not going to serve you and were also self-created. So you need to kind of grow past that, get rid of those negative behaviors and negative attitudes to be able to move forward. So the overall theme of opposition has to do with creating these opposition situations yourself. It's not about necessarily other people fighting and you being affected by it. It's you have created these situations by one aspect or another, by negative behaviors that you need to quit it, and so you don't manifest those situations in the future. So that is it for the Seven of Swords, and I will see you in the next one.